Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Last week I made a video on how to set goals the right way by following this very simple 3-step process. So first of all, identifying and prioritizing your values, then set goals which should be aligned to your values accordingly, and then take action to hit the goals. In this video I would like to talk about the 5 biggest mistakes that some people are making in goal setting. So the first mistake that some people are making is that the goals are simply not SMART. As I mentioned in my previous video, SMART is an acronym. So some people's goals are simply not specific, not measurable, not achievable, not relevant or realistic, and not time-bound. So for example, some people could have this New Year resolution where they are determined to lose some weight. But losing some weight is actually not a SMART goal because it's not very specific. How much weight does this person want to lose? And it's not measurable because you can't measure this goal because there are no numbers attached to it, no target. And when there's no target, no number, you can't achieve it, so it's not achievable either. How can you hit a goal when it's simply not there or when it's moving, right? And it's also, there's no deadline attached to it, so it's not time bound either. So how do we make this goal more a lot smarter? So by simply changing it from I want to lose some weight to I want to lose 5 kilograms of weight in the next 12 months is a lot smarter, a simple solution. One of my personal problems has been that my goals tend to be very ambitious, so you could argue that they are not extremely achievable, but it's my personal philosophy that you should always aim high. So if you aim for 110%, you might get 80 or 90%. So just find a way that works for you. The second biggest mistake that you could be making is that your goals are not aligned to your underlying values. So for example, your value could be your health or family, but then your goals are all linked to career advancement, getting pay rises, getting promotions, making more money. Then you naturally will have less time to look after yourself and your family. So there is a bit of a misalignment and disconnection there. Another example could be that your values are that you love traveling, you love learning, you love exploring and love adventures, but you are stuck in a job that you hate. So naturally you will gradually start resenting the job. So this kind of misalignment will cause a huge amount of problems, obviously, including perhaps increased stress levels and perhaps lack of meaning in what you do, and also it can be then thrown off balance easily as well. So it's important to align your values to your goals. So for example, if you love learning, then your goals could be I want to read 20 books in 2020, or I want to meet 5 people who are more experienced than me and learn from them, or I want to attend 5 training courses in 2020, so on and so forth. The second biggest mistake that you could be making is that you end up having no faith, so you don't actually believe in the goals that you are setting. So you've gone through the first step, so you've set up lots of SMART goals which are aligned to your values, but then you end up not believing in your ability to carry them out. So you end up wasting lots of time worrying about things rather than taking actions in achieving your goals. And sometimes you could also be paranoid with fear, and this fear could also be stopping you from achieving your ambitious goals. So what are the solutions to this problem? There are many techniques to overcome this faith problem. For example, you could listen to morning affirmation videos. You could also try and work on your mindset and try to work on your belief system, and also break down your goals. For example, make them into smaller goals. So instead of losing 5 kilograms in the next 12 months, you could change that to I want to just lose 1 kilograms first in the first quarter and see how that goes. And then you build momentum that way. Once you broken down them into baby steps, then you take actions to hit those smaller goals instead and track them, and then also build a reward system in place to motivate yourself as well. Another solution to this problem is to simply surround yourself with like-minded people who share your values and your goals, and who can cheer you on when you hit your milestones, who can celebrate with you when you are successful. But the best solution to this problem is actually by taking actions. So just do it, feel the fear and do it anyway. And by taking actions, you will then hit your baby milestones, and then you'll naturally become confident, and before you know it, you will have achieved your goals already. The fourth biggest mistake that some people make is that the actions are simply not supportive. So they have set very smart goals which are aligned to the values, and they are confident that they can achieve the goals. However, the goals are just not happening. They are not actually achieving them. They're not becoming reality. And why is that? And it could be that the actions are simply wrong, or they don't take actions in the first place. So for example, if you want to become a morning person, but you keep going to bed late and you keep watching stuff on the TV or staring at your phone before you go to bed, and you end up going to bed at 2 o'clock in the morning or 3 o'clock in the morning, and obviously you're not going to get up early the next day. So how do you make sure that the actions you're taking are actually supportive in achieving your goals? One of the best ways is to just learn from other people who have actually achieved similar goals to you, and then implementing and experimenting that in your own personal life and see what works for you. Or you could read books about it and learn from other people's experience indirectly that way. But the most important thing is you must actually take action. No action, nothing. The fifth biggest mistake that some people make is that the values are unclear. This is a pretty big one. It's a killer, I think. So when you don't have clarity over your values, that is, you don't really know what makes you happy and what's important to you, or what's purposeful, what's meaningful in your life, then you risk actually living someone else's life. So when you were growing up, how many of you have been told to go to school, get good grades, go to university, and then get a job, get pay rises, get promotions, get more money, and then get married, and then have kids, and then it's the big house that you must have, and then it's the car, and it's the holidays, and it's the handbags because your neighbors got it, and then it's the jewelry, expensive diamond earrings that you must have because your colleagues have got them. Have you ever stopped to think how many of these things and goals are actually things that you want to have, and whether those things are actually serving your life purposes and are aligned to your values? So are you really living your life, or actually you are living under the expectations of your parents, the society, your peer groups, or perhaps you're living your children's life even? So the only way to avoid this tragedy from happening is to actually define your own values. Until you start doing that, there is a risk that you might be actually living someone else's life, and what's the point in doing that? So I think we can agree on the importance of having clear values and defining our own values. So how do we go about doing that? What I found useful is to literally treat your life as an experiment and try and study yourself and examine your life. And that involves a lot of homework and soul searching. I've tried meditation, for example, and it does work. I've tried to write diaries and keep journals. I've also tried to just do things, try different things out and see what I like and what I don't like. And if I don't like, I try to avoid them and only do things that I actually enjoy. Just simple techniques like that. My point is that this is all about you. So define your values is all about understanding yourself. And how do you go about doing that? you must spend more time with yourself. Keep a journal, try different things out, try to understand yourself a bit more, what you like, what you don't like, what you enjoy doing, what you hate doing, what gets you up in the morning, what gets you excited. So this is something that only you have the answer for, because the object of study is you. On that note, I hope I've given you some food for thought, and I shall leave you to your me time. If you haven't watched my previous video already, please do check it out. It's about value, go and action system. I've included a link in the description box down below, so please do check it out. And don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you on Sunday next week. Ciao!